Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So I really want to try stamps, but they're kind of expensive, and I want to try 3D printing. So I thought, why not try them both and make my own? And that's what I did. I started by sketching a lucky cat, then turned it digital. And because I drew it in Photoshop, I'll have to vectorize it in Illustrator. First, I open a new file, choose the size of the artboard, and click Create. Now I place the illustration on the artboard. And use the image trace function. Go to Properties, and I can totally just click Expand, but I like to open the advanced settings and select black and white logo. And now click Expand. Then we can close the advanced settings, go to Layers, open all the layers, and delete all the layers with the negative space. Now we're left with the outline of what we need. We can now save it as an SVG file. Give it a name and hit save. Just click OK, and we're done here. Now go to your internet browser and open Tinkercad. Sign up if you don't have an account, or log in if you do. Create a 3D workspace and import the SVG file that we just saved. Hit Art and Import. Now let's size it to the actual size that we want to print. Here I'll be using 25 millimeters. Click on the square to adjust the height. I'm going with 4 millimeters. Alright, now I'm making the backing. By clicking this solid square and adjusting the height to 5 millimeters. And the width and height to 35 millimeters. Now back to the cat. By clicking the cone, we can raise the cat up 5 millimeters. And now we can move it over to the backing. Let's adjust the view a bit. Alright, now select both and click Align. Align the cat to the middle of the backing horizontally and vertically. Select them both again, and now we can change the color. That's not necessary, but I'm doing it white. And right now you can actually click that group button to merge them together. After that, we can export the file. The file will be in STL. And there it is in your download folder. And now I can take this file to my local library to have it printed. My local library uses personalize to open the files. Note that my current infill is 15%. It's plenty strong right now, but if it does fail, I can probably change it to 100. And yay! It's finally printing. This print took me around 20 to 25 minutes, and it cost around 30 cents. I did make a few attempts and tweaked the design along the way. As you can see, the details didn't show up quite well on my first print. I adjusted the details and thickened the lines, and you can see it's turning out quite well in this print. Now all we have to do is sand it down so everything's smooth. Much better. Now this should give us a good impression. Now in deciding what to make to have it printed on, I came across this on AliExpress. I really like the idea of crossing the panels and keeping the edge thin. And so I made a few sketches and decided to settle with this one. The simple wallet has 3 compartments. And at first I chose red and natural to match the Lucky Cat theme. But after putting them together, it wasn't really doing it for me. So I've decided to change it all to natural. And I think that's the right choice. Now let's stamp the Lucky Cat on one of the panels. First we'll have to wet the leather. It'll stay in there for a few seconds. Now I can place the stamp on the right position and stick it in the vise. Looking good. It's actually better than I thought it would be. Alright, now we can treat the flesh side of the leather for all of the panels. Bevel all the inner edges. Sand the tight corners. And burnish them first. Now that's done, we can glue all the panels together. Trim the edges. And cut the corners. And we're set to sew everything together. Now we're left with beveling all the edges and burnishing them. I really like the symbolism behind this design. The wavy panels on one side were inspired by flowing water. In Chinese feng shui, flowing water is often associated with wealth, so I designed it to symbolize wealth flowing into the wallet. On the other side is a small unstained lucky cat stamp. It's subtle enough for you to notice it, but it's not too loud. I like to think of it as quietly drawing good fortune while keeping the overall design clean and understated. I hope you like this design too. Let me know in the comments section. And consider subscribing or liking this video. That's it for today. I'll see you next time. Bye!